actual relationship experts advise against marrying the housewifey type of woman. Women that just want to be a housewife because they say that, all she's going to do is be at home, okay, look after the kids, and so she's going to be.
Is that all?
She's going to be very child centric, and everything, her thoughts and all her efforts are around children. And a mindset, whereas the husband, this guy goes out to work, and that's his mindset there, and so then your worlds apart. And so that's also, and I guess with advice like that, it's also disparaging the traditional marriage and women staying at home kind of thing. They're not saying like, okay, she could actually do something else, not just be looking after children while she's at home. Because if you've got a housewife mindset, that type of housewife, and they've got the husband working, so the minds are totally apart, and then basically they don't share a life. And that's when they just they just walk away from the marriage, or the husband walks away from marriage because I get nothing from this marriage. I just get basically a housekeeper and a nanny.
Yeah,
that's
well,
it.
A lot of the times you just come home, they just to sleep, because they're 12 hours a day, sort of a lot of the times.
And a lot of times, then what do they talk with their wives? Their partners. What do you talk about? She can tell you about
world news or something.
Yeah, she can tell you about what she's done. She's taken.
I got my nails done.
Yeah, how many? Yeah, the bargain of dishwashing powder dishwashing liquid she got. It was sale for half price, and she bought 20 bottles. And what the kids, where she took the kids today, what they ordered at Macca's. Okay, they come home to that, and he can tell you you can tell her about the meetings he's been through and all that. It's totally out of her realm. There's no connection.
Yeah.
So they're not sharing a life.
No.
That's what I think. So what would be best? In my view, yes, the woman stays at home and looks after the children, but they do it together. They work out, discuss where they want to be, the level they want to be at in how many years or so forth, and how much they want to retire on, and so forth and so forth. And they both work out a plan how they're going to do it.
Yeah, you need to have a plan.
To plan, okay, you do this. Okay, if you bring in this much money, I would bring this money. Then with that money, after I've calculated how much expenses that we need, that
to
get by, and then how much is going to be left over, and with that left over, this is what I can do with it.
Yeah.
Okay, in order to make another 20% on it a year or whatever, this is how much it will accumulate.
Yeah.
Okay, and basically compound for us, and so by this year we should have this much. Okay, that is where we're working together. Okay, and if you manage to get the promotion to this level, this is where we can increase our income, and this is how many years we can shave off that goal. Okay, and then you talk about how he can get it, and so forth. Then she'll have a vested interest in how he's doing at work for that day. Then he can come home and tell her this is what happened at work, and so forth. And they discuss it. Okay,
she's got to make sure he keeps going.
Okay, what do you think are going to be the blockers then? Oh, okay, I've been that person. I think that person's trying to backstab me or whatever. Then you work out a strategy. Overcome it.
Game of Thrones.
Yeah, so this is how you both get involved and work as a team.
Well, is that how you get involved as a team?
Even though one person just stays at home and the other person works. But your life is integrated. You see, this is how it can be and how it should be.
Uh-huh. Okay.
So it's effectively working as a team, but I don't see anyone putting that out, giving advice. And modern life,
there's not, is there?
No one's thinking about that when they're dating and they're looking for a partner, are they? Which is absolute shame. I mean, you need to marry young. It's like you can have children easily, and have the time with them. So not when you have children. Well, listen to the man when he's 60, and then only have 20 years with them, and that's good. And then they lose a father at 20.
Yeah.
Age 20. That's not good.
Yeah.
So, but when you're young, you don't know. You don't know about all this because you haven't accumulated enough life experience,
Yeah.
been through life to learn all these lessons. And that's why I see the adults should be coming in and telling them and advising them, but they're not doing that. The parents are not doing that for their children.
Or they are, but they're just not, the message is not being received.
No, but look, there's two problems. One, a lot of them don't know that they need to teach or are not aware of it. And secondly,
True.
even if they knew that, they don't know how to explain. True? Yeah, it comes out in it sounds like commands.
Well, they've got to know themselves before they can teach it.
Yeah. One, they don't know, and then they don't know, and they don't realize themselves, and they don't know how to teach it. Or if they, even the most well-meaning, look, in East Asian societies, the elders, they're well-meaning, they have life, and they know that they need to pass that on. But the thing is, they don't know how to explain.
And the tongue loves to wag.
Yeah, they don't know. They don't understand they need to explain, and they don't know how to explain. So it just comes out as commands. You receive as commands,
That's
and then people recoil from commands.
They recoil from commands.
Commands without what? That's unreasonable.
Oh, I want you to do this. It's like, this is what we need to do.
Yeah, but they don't
all right,
know
we're
why.
working as a team then, but
They don't know
but
why.
when you're ordered to do something, it's the proverbial.
But when you explain,
yeah,
I say, darling, I've been through this road before, so I'm giving you the heads up so that you can avoid this. It's just like I've been through that bumpy road, so I know where all the nooks and crannies and all the potholes are. So I'm telling you before you start what to look for, so you can avoid it and not have to have a flat tire like I did. Right? And then anyone in their right mind would listen. Someone's going to give me a warning about what's ahead.
Well, could be Google.
could be Google. Google. And as anyone has used Google Maps would know, sometimes it doesn't necessarily, they might give you the shortest distance, but there's a lot of things it doesn't tell you, like the road is actually full of potholes, for instance.
A bit like getting married, you mean?
Yeah, because if you don't know what to look for. If you didn't choose the right road, you see.
Well.
Yeah, like I say, Google is not always the answer, because look, I've been through and used Google. It showed me, Google Maps showed me a road. I went through that road.
Doesn't exist.
Well, it did exist, but it was so bumpy. It was so full of potholes that my car couldn't take it.
Yeah.
I had to go back and go take the long way that had a sealed road.
Yeah.
Okay. And then...
Otherwise, it will rattle you to bits.
That's the other thing it doesn't. But it's saying if someone's been to that area before, would have told you.
Yeah.
No, don't. Even though it says it's a shorter one, you don't take that one because of this.
And then you end up saying, if I read a sign somewhere.
So if only
there should have been a sign at the side of the road. They would have told me. And it's just like, this is the same thing, isn't it? I should have been told this. This is basic, sort of...
Yeah, well, you didn't know beforehand.
You didn't know beforehand, but then
you should have had some forewarning.
Yeah.
But the thing, people don't warn you.
Unless they listen to 2GLF 89.3.
Yes, the Relationship Whisperer Show.
The Relationship Whisperer Show.
I give it to you as it is.
That could lead to many things right there.
Yeah, so, like I was saying, you don't have to, for young men, don't have to fear you marrying young and then your wealth accumulation stops. Because the woman has, been spending your money and also been a hindrance to you earning money, because with the right woman, she can actually get him there faster than him on his own.
Yeah.
So she doesn't necessarily have to be also earning it herself, so you double the income, so to speak, if she does earn it as much as he does, but to manage and grow it. Like the Mrs. Watanabes in Japan.
Yep.
Like I told you, they moved markets, those ladies.
That's amazing.
Yeah, with a sheer volume of them.
There's lots of them.
Lots of them, because that's a culture. And so that's how they're trained. The parents are training the daughters and sons, this is what you have to do. Okay, and they see their parents doing that. So it gets passed along. So if something, so if you know the culture, then that's what you can expect normally. But if something is not typically part of your culture, then you have to look for the exceptions to the rule.
Mm-hmm.
And what I see is Western society, that is not part of the culture. The woman looking after the household finances, managing and growing it, is not inherently part of the culture. It's just like, oh, she wants to contribute, she goes out and gets a job herself as well. Yeah?
Yep.
They say, oh, yeah, Mama.
That's the main thing,
yeah,
isn't it?
Yeah.
Like,
they're saying, yeah, my wife helps, she has a job as well. That's what they say. But they don't realize that there's another job.
But if you do see a lot of the commercials on TV or whatever, it's all situated where the man seems to be portrayed as being somewhat inferior in aptitude.
Aptitude in a household.
And the woman is the one that the ad is targeted towards the woman.
Well,
and her making the insurance payment, and her making the decision on the mortgage and the interest rates and all of that. So it is in that way, sort of presumed that the woman...
but it's not actually... Look, I guess it's...
And maybe it's not. Maybe it's
subconscious. You mean?
And maybe in society, it's like it's not being told enough for the women
to do it. That they have to actively do it.
Role.
That's your role. Yes, they do not.
That's your role. That's one of your roles.
It's either you get a job, or you stay home and be a housewife and be a doormat. And be a doormat. That's what they're thinking.
Maybe not a doormat.
No, but that's the thing from coming out from feminists and all this modern society saying, because if you're a housewife, then automatically you lose power. There's a power imbalance.
No, and also it's the presumption that you can't have a happy life or whatever. No, it could be greatly rewarding.
Greatly rewarding, because a lot of this research, a lot of researching for the best mortgage deals, the best insurance rates.
Yeah.
It takes effort, time and effort, and that's you're contributing in that way.
Yeah.
Getting the best rates and making your household money stretch as far as you can. Okay. And so as a thing, like I said, you have to look for the exceptions. If that's not a part of a Western culture, then if you want someone like that, she's the exception to the rule.
So if you notice that a cash register, for example, or shopping centre, whatever, it's like when a bloke pays for something, don't worry about the receipt, and he just collects the change in his hand, puts it in his pocket, and walks off. But mostly the woman says, "Oh, can I have the receipt, please?"
Or
and then she gets this big roll of receipt out, and she's looking at it standing there before she moves the trolley and lets someone else in.
She checks the change that she's
given.
Checks
the change and checks the amount.
That's right.
And then they go over to the corner and then maybe look through all the items, sort of thing, to check it off. Most blokes don't do that.
They don't do that. Yeah.
They don't do it.
They don't do that.
But women do.
Yeah, and that's the thing. But it hasn't been expanded upon. Yes, she's got all these skills. These skills. Why not put them to use?
A bit like a border collie. It's like, why would you?
Why would you?
It's got all these skill sets, and they don't get used.
And they don't get used.
Just a personal pet or whatever.
Yeah, it gets frustrated. Basically, it's not been used to its full potential. And I can see women, especially in the West, and even the Middle East, especially when they basically cancel women. Let's say the feminine is not given any importance. Or much of an importance,
or as what it would be in the West, anyhow.
Yeah, so the Western is saying, it's underutilized. Female skills. I'm not saying women, but female skills.
Yeah, female skill sets.
Skill sets grossly underutilized.
Yeah.
Instead, they don't recognize that and keep glorifying and valuing the male skill sets. So because those are important, so they want women to do that, which does not come naturally. And why keep putting one skill set as more important over the other? Because I guess the female skill sets has never been fully utilized. So it doesn't. The society doesn't recognize the potential of what it can be. So that's why it's always seen as being less than the male. What do you think?
Well, it's a bit deep for a Sunday afternoon, isn't it?